Oh, we're live. Sorry about that. Oh man, welcome to another episode. Oh my gosh, where's my words at today? Welcome to another episode of the Flagrant Two with X and Lou. I'm X, that's Lou, and let's get into.
I swear this thing right here.
Yeah,
I
I don't know what's going on, man. I just work here. I just I just work here, bro.
We gotta take this
man. Man, NBA, we here. We here, man.
The moment we've been waiting for.
The moment we've been waiting for. How you feel about these 2 days? These first 2 days, you know what I'm saying? Being back.
The first 2 days. I like the season one where people start getting their juices flowing because for some people these first few games it's still like preseason, but yet. The league puts two of the, the rivalries or whatever together,
right.
Champions who play whatever. You gotta like it, but I would like to see it a little later in the season when, these teams are warmed up. But it's still some good basketball. That's what I'm liking, though.
Yeah. I always feel like October is still preseason. Like with football, September is still like, in my opinion, it's like everybody's still gelling, they're finding their identities.
Yeah.
And once you hit October in the NFL season, that's when like you ramp up and things, you figure out which teams is what. I feel like that in basketball too. October is you're figuring out what's what. Who's the elite team? Like you know who the elite teams are, but who's the teams that's like in between elite and trash? Like who's the bottom feeders? And you can't really tell out the first couple of games, but you could definitely tell once November hit, you like they trash. Or they're elite. Either or. But let's talk about first game of the season. Well, I think this is the second game, right? No, this is the first game.
No, that was their first game. They playing tonight. They playing next versus the Suns.
Oh, that's gonna be a good game too. Well, yeah, let's talk about it. Does LeBron have enough? You sent me the clip. It was like LeBron was like, "Hey, no, I can play point guard, right? Like, like, does the Lakers have enough?"
And the thing with that clip that pissed me off is just like, Darvin Ham, you had a whole season with this guy already.
Yeah.
Y'all made it to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
And LeBron is questioning your coaching right there. That's like a nice way of him saying, like, yo, I wanted Rui in with me and let me run the show real quick. That's what he was really saying. Being nice about it.
Yeah, because when you look at the way this roster is constructed, they don't have like a point guard. They don't have a traditional point guard. Like they have Russell, but Russell to me is not really a traditional point guard. He's more of a off the ball,
of a two guard and a point guard.
Right. So you would call him more of an off guard point guard. Like he's more of a two than he is a one, but he could play the one. But the thing is, it's like when you have a guy that can play the one, you need somebody to play the one. You need somebody to facilitate your offense, get guys in the right spots, make sure that the offense is continuously flowing, especially when stuff gets bogged down and you're in a half court set and nothing is working. You need a guy that one could create his own shot. That's LeBron. He can create his own shot. I mean, he could dunk on. He's still strong enough to get into the paint and dunk on somebody. That's what I mean by creating a shot, not off of creativity and. I mean, he can do that too, a little bit.
I know what you mean.
But I mean, you need somebody that's able to do that. I don't have trust in we talked about this last season. D'Angelo it's one or the other. He's either going to be really good for you one night or he's going to be really bad for you another night. Like there's no consistency at that position. And if they want to go to the next step, there has to be consistency at the point guard.
Yeah. And because I was talking about head coaching right there. But roster wise, I think it's a good roster, but it's like you said with the playmaking thing. One of the reasons they won a championship because they had a guy like Rondo. He's another playmaker. Like I seen people online, watching the shows and everything talk about this is one of the best rosters that LeBron has had while at the Lakers, one of the best. And I think so too, but it's just like it's not That's the fact. And I was gonna say it's not like he had the full pieces because like you brought in Gabe Vincent and then defenders and everything, but you still need a playmaker. That's what was happening wrong with the Warriors. You still needed another playmaker out there, not just somebody who could score. You brought in another scorer and Gabe Vincent. Gabe Vincent, he's gonna play defense and then take his shots. He's not gonna set up your offense like that.
At all. Yeah.
So it's just like they missing that playmaker, that extra playmaker, and then you're gonna rely on AD. Come on, we saw what happened. AD always disappearing.
I seen a tweet that was like, I don't think AD realizes there's 4 quarters. Like, yeah. And I get it. It's still early in the year. It's still, I mean, it's the first game. But when you have a first game like this, and I mean, arguably, they came back. They had a chance to, to take the lead. They had a chance to kind of go down the home stretch with a little bit of gelling and continuity. And then ultimately Denver being the better team, they do what better teams do. They close out the game.
Yep.
But when you know you're playing a better team, you have to be on your A game. It doesn't matter if it's game 1 or game 82. You have to be on your A game for these specific games because ultimately you're going to see them again. Yeah. And if you're not on your A game the first time, what happens? The other team gets confidence. The other team, we beat them before. We beat them like this. This is how we're going to go out and beat them again. You can't give already a juggernaut team more confidence that they can beat you. You have to be able to hold your own and win. I want to say like positional battles, but you have to win within your scheme. I feel like the Lakers don't have an identity. I don't think they had one last year, and I don't think they have one this year.
Yeah, and to go into what you were saying that they gotta win these, and when you look at it, this is a 5-game. A 5-game sweep right now because they swept them last year. But the thing is, when you think of the games last year, you're like, oh, those were games where one thing could have swayed it and they could have won. This one, they was close, and it's just like the Nuggets just took over. And that goes with coaching because we seen the clip. It's like, yo, LeBron came out with like 8 minutes. I know he's old, and they talk about the 21, what is it, 28 to 32 minutes or something he gets to play.
They want to manage his minutes.
It's like, I understand he's older, but were you close in a game like that? And this is just game 1.
You can't take him out like that.
We're going to leave him in for a little longer. See if we get the, moment. But nope, they took him out, and that's when things started to sway.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like where the Lakers are right now, if nothing gets shaken, they're not gonna go far. I don't see another Western Conference Finals trip. I don't, and this is basically because you're gonna have to ride on the coattails of LeBron. This literally is a team whereas we can only go as far as LeBron is gonna take us, and it shouldn't be that way. LeBron is what 40 this year, 39, 40. You can't ride on it. At the end of the day, it has to be on AD. It has to be on the role players. Somebody's gonna have to step up and show star potential.
Yeah, but that's also one of the problems with the roster that they formed and put together.
Yeah, they formed a roster to fit around LeBron, but you form a roster to fit around LeBron, Miami LeBron.
Yeah, because you want to form a roster around a guy that you want to manage his minutes more.
Yeah,
you don't want him to play as much, but you want the pieces around him to be out there and perform in roles that they obviously not ready for,
right?
Or don't fit.
Yeah.
Then you want AD, who barely, he wants to play all 82 games, not 82, but over 65. But it's just like, if you're going to play like that, I know it's a 1-game thing, but we see Anthony Davis, and this is things that go on where he doesn't show up or he's obviously not on the court. So just in the very first game against the Denver Nuggets, who everybody talk about, oh, I'm their daddy. Oh, yeah, now you their baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, and that's what it showed. Go ahead.
No, just to piggyback off that. I mean, you're giving a team that already has all the confidence in the world. They literally just won the championship. They're coming off. They get their rings. It's ring night. They get their rings, and they get to go up against the Western Conference Finals, the runner-ups. And then on top of that, y'all give him a gimme game. They were smoking him. It was like at halftime. I didn't even want to turn the game back on. It was not even. It was not really all that watchable unless you're just watching it because you're happy basketball is back. But I mean, it was tough. It was tough to watch. I think that if the Lakers don't do anything by the trade deadline to try to bring in another, and this is where I say James Harden would fit. I know it wouldn't fit in the whole culture, but at the end of the day, someone along the lines of a James Harden would do the Lakers way more justice than what they have currently constructed. Because when LeBron goes onto the bench, you don't have anybody else on the floor that's gonna get it shaken. Who's gonna get it shaken? Who do you trust to get it shaken while LeBron is on the bench?
Yeah,
you would think it's AD, but it's not. And I feel like AD only shows up when the person he's going against on the other side isn't elite. Because think about it, like Embiid, Cat, the big guys that he has to bang with, I could do it for 1 and 2. I can't do it for 3 and 4. Like, it doesn't make sense. Yeah. You have to do it for 48 minutes or nothing's going to happen.
Facts. And I'm with it. So as the question goes, does LeBron have enough? And this is like the conversation I was saying in one of the episodes last season. I don't see them going anywhere for the next 2-3 years. You could call it what you want. You could say I'm a LeBron hater, but I'm watching what's going on.
Not hating on the legacy and everything of LeBron. At the end of the day, this is you got to look at the front office. This is a front office issue at the end of the day. You're constructing a roster around LeBron, an aging LeBron. Like, this is not Cleveland. I came back to Cleveland. LeBron could play at an elite level certain nights. He doesn't have to play at an elite level every single given night, but come playoff time, he's going to have to. And if the other team has 5, or I won't say 5, 3 or 4 other players playing at an elite level, and it's only LeBron playing at an elite level for the Lakers, they're not going nowhere.
Nope.
It's a first round exit. But moving on to the Bulls. Game 1, and you're already holding a player-only meeting. Game 1. It's just one game. One game out of 82. How bad do you have to feel as a player to be like, we gotta talk, guys? Huddle up.
Right. Because the thing about it too is like, this got to be a record. That's one. Got to be a record on the fastest player-only meeting. And it's just like, you got to think about it. You out there getting smoked by Shea. These are the young boys. Everybody looks at them as a good team. And you're supposed to be
this team.
Exactly. Like the Bulls, you were supposed to be that one of those teams that everybody looks at like, damn, I don't really want to play them. They got 2 elite scorers. Their defense is good on the perimeter. They got, you know what I mean? But now look at y'all. And everybody knows, like, yo, somebody's going to get traded. Do you really want to get traded? Or do we want to really keep this going?
Yeah, because it feels that, looking at the box score, the only quarter that they won outright was the first quarter, and they was only up 2. And then after that, it was just like a continuous onslaught. I mean, you had Shea looking like MVP. And you called it top 10. Then you had, Chet was just getting bold. Chet, but Chet was the only person on the team that was really getting bullied. Other than that, you had Giddey going off. Williams, everybody contributed. You had people coming off the bench dropping double digits.
The thing where you say about Chet, it's like, come on, Chet got he got him like a little 15 pounds where he was this whole season in rehab. Like the man was basically a paperweight, barely a paperweight already. You had a 15 pounds, you finally became a paperweight. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're going against Andre Drummond of all sorts, and he hit you with the scoop, and you fall on that. Like,
Yeah, that was
That
crazy.
was kind of embarrassing. But
That
like
was, I mean,
you
but
shouldn't
in
expect that
chess
much.
defense, he
Like,
was backpedaling,
yeah,
and
he
the
was. And like
movement
I'd
is
rather
kind of like you trying to get your footing.
I ain't
Yeah,
gonna lie,
I
I'd rather
I can't go all the way for it. I mean, it was a good highlight.
yeah, it was. It's unfortunate, but I ain't gonna lie, I'd rather him fall than for him to try to stop him like he did LeBron and hurt himself again.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah, without a doubt.
that might have because that might have
Yeah,
been best
yeah,
for
it
him
plays
because
in your mind. It plays in your mind.
yeah. So, but yeah, the Bulls, they where they at. Players only meeting, most fastest in the world. They should have been talking about this in the off season. They knew what they was working with,
Yeah,
and
facts.
it's like, come on.
Facts. What's crazy to me is that usually with a players only meeting, it happens after a losing streak. After you're lost, you don't
Yeah,
know which direction you're going in.
you get through October 1st.
Yeah,
You know,
this is
like you said, that October preseason feeling vibe. Like you get through that, you be like, damn, yo, guys, we got to get it together because we're not looking good.
That's crazy. But game one, that means that
they already knew it from last
that means
season.
you're already feeling it. Yeah.
Throughout your training camp, you was like, yo, I don't know what the hell's going on. You know what I mean? So now this first game was like against some not even and in their minds, not even truly competition like that.
Yeah, their mind.
OKC, you just think of the OKC.
Right.
So you're like, yo, we got this. And then you come out and they just start torching. You're like,
but that's the thing though. I feel like teams that know that they're good or should be good, they're gonna be looking past OKC, which is gonna be crazy to me because if you look at last season, they was competing, and they competed at a high level. Them boys, they did not give up. They played all 48 minutes. They're well coached. They just don't have a true superstar currently. Shaw's getting in. Shaw's working his way there, but currently he's not at that level yet. He's trending in that level. I think he's gonna get there this season, but you look at the rest of the team. The rest of the team is a bunch of unknowns, a bunch of what ifs or could haves, would haves, should haves. Where are we gonna go from there? And then you come out and then you lay an egg, and now it's like, guys, the Rosen looking at everybody like, I don't know, but I could go back to San Antonio. Wemby's over there. Like what's going on here? So it's gonna be a long season for the Bulls. If this is how it's starting, it's gonna be a long season.
A long season. A lot of pouting faces. They're gonna get like 14 wins and just get the lottery, even if they got their pick. I don't even know. Exactly. I doubt they even got their pick.
Yeah, I don't think they do. Well, I think they do this year. They might have it this year. But I gotta look at that.
We gotta fact check that.
Yeah, but the weird thing is like there's no timetable on Lonzo either. So I think in the back of their minds, they're also like, we're not at full strength. We don't have our point guard.
Yeah, but
you still have to play with the guys that's with you.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, too, like when is he ever coming back? That man hasn't played for like 3 years now.
Yeah,
he's gotta come back and still get adjusted.
Get back to game speed, get back to endurance, and that's tough, man.
And that's not gonna work as GM. Shoot, DeRozan, Levine, one of y'all going. Whoever give me the best offer.
Yup, I'm getting it shaken.
Somebody could use your services.
The team that just beat us, we about to take that
route. Exactly.
Oh man, let's talk about our
faithful Knicks.
Our Knicks. You know what? I'm not even mad at yesterday's game. I'm not mad because they competed. They competed. This is a team that both of us consensus that was our consensus that we had them picked to go to the finals. So I'm not mad. They got down, they came back, they competed. They made fourth quarter interesting. I'm not mad at that. What I'm mad at is Randall. I'm mad at Randall. I'm hot. And I'm gonna tell you why. Randall was 5 for 22, bro. 5 for 22. 3 for 8 from 3, minus 13, 1 for 5 at the line. We're supposed to hold you at this. You're an all-star. Let's keep everything in perspective. You're an all-star.
Yeah.
You're the star of this team. you can't be shooting 5 for 22.
Nah.
You can't be taking 22 shots and only making 5 in the NBA game against the Boston Celtics. And then on top of that, only hitting 1 out of 5 free throws. That's unacceptable. I truly feel watching this game that it looks like every game that I watch with him, it looks like he, not just him. I think everybody on the floor while he's there. I don't know if it's him or if it's the other players combined. They don't look like they are gelling, like they're ever going to gel. It doesn't look like a good constructed roster. It doesn't. At this point, I'd rather have Obi. Obi balling in Indiana. He balling.
Yes, sir.
I'd rather have Obi. Obi at least gives me something more, and he's not trying to dribble the ball. He's not a point forward.
He's just falling in line and getting in play.
You know?
And just to go on like what you were saying, like Mans was 5. I didn't even know he was 5 for 20. I ain't gonna lie. I watched like the first quarter of it, and this is really threw it off for me. The first quarter, he went to the part of my language. I was mad. He went to the paint and got some little putbacks. It was like 3-4 of them in a row. He missed all of them. And I was like, yo, we can't even shake that performance up to early season stuff. Like, all right, cool. I'm just trying to get my flow, my rhythm. This was just straight up boneheaded plays, boneheaded shots you were taking. So it's just like, yo, you can't change. You can change that, but mentally, how you are and the way we see you, this is a pattern. You're not going to change that. So we can't have that around and be successful.
You can't have somebody that thinks that their shot selection is fire. Like he was shooting shots, he was putting up shots like he was mellow, bro. I'm on a block. I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna do a little turnaround fadeaway. That's not your game, brother. You a big man. Do big man things. Muscle your way into the paint.
Oh, sorry.
I like that. I like that. We gotta get sound effects in here. But you know, to me, it's just crazy. I feel like Randall, and I hate the bag on him. He's a Knick. Once a Knick, always a Knick. It's just he's not a right fit for us. He's not. You have your point guard on Brunson. Okay, you know you're still iffy on RJ Barrett. I get it, but RJ had a better night all around.
Yeah.
24 points, 8 for 20 from the field, 2 for 5 from 3, 6 for 7 at the free throw line. That means that he got contact, he got to the line, and he made it count. And mind you, him and Mitch, aside from Josh Hart, only players in a plus on the plus minus side. Matter of fact, RJ had the highest out of everybody in plus minus at 6.
Yeah.
Which means that he's doing good things on the court. You know, that it shows you that, you know, what the eye test doesn't show you, that metric shows you. All right? He's doing good things on the court, whether it be offensive and defensive, because it's a measurement off of how you play and how your counterpart plays. So at the end of the day, he was doing good things on the court. I'm not sold. I've never been sold on Julius Randle. And we may be shaky on RJ Barrett, but I think it's time to see what we have in RJ Barrett and see what you could get from a trade for Randle. It's time.
I think you're absolutely right. We've been at this for probably like 2-3 seasons already saying that,
Yeah.
you know. So it's
like
just
every season, it's the same song.
So it's like
song that never ends.
But yeah, that's a fact. And it's just like, damn, bro, just get rid of him. I don't care what Tibbs is saying to you. You got to be upper management. Like, you know what, Tibbs? I know what you're saying, but I know what I'm seeing. And we got to get him up out of here.
Facts. Andrew said we need the Knicks need to hit free throws, and Tibbs needs to play Fournier for the offense arsenal.
He's still there. I thought they got rid of him.
Nah, he's still there. He's at the end of the bench. I think we should see what we could get out of Julius Randle and Evan Fournier by trading them. We're never going to use Evan Fournier. Evan Fournier has grown out of favor of Tibbs, and once you grow out of favor of Tibbs, you're never going to see the floor again. And on top of that, he's better suited. Matter of fact, he's a better suit and a better fit to be around a LeBron, to be around a Giannis, where he could kind of sit in the corner and post up and not really be, not be out of the play, but be,
and he's a good cutter. Like he knows how to play on the offensive side to get his basket. So he would fit well with, somebody who's going to set him up. Unlike Randall and all of them, who's not playmakers, they're scorers. So it's like
right. I would say the only way I'd see Evan Fournier, like if we was to keep him and we was able to put him in the system, is to get it starts and ends with Randall. We don't have the roster to have around Randall. In order to maximize Randall, it's essentially the LeBron effect. You need shooters. You need guys. You need shooters and you need a rebounder because he's really not a rebounder, and a traditional rebounder. But you need somebody like I just don't feel like he's a right fit for us. I think that he could be a right fit in Hong Kong or Japan, or
he could go crazy out there. I swear he should. I ain't gonna lie. Brandon will be a superstar out there going crazy.
But not all jokes aside, I think he'll be a right fit somewhere in like Houston, where they got the young guys, where it's a lot of.
I don't know. You know me, I'm mentally I look at players and I understand their mentals, and 100%. He's got to change his mental first before he could go anywhere and be accepted. Because all those shots, the superstar shots that he be taking and be acting like, it's like, no, you got to change that first, because you can't go anywhere and be a superstar like that. That's like even when Melo and stuff went to OKC and all of that, you like, yo, how is he going to fit? He's like, oh, me come off the bench? No, you got to change that mental. Yeah. Like, I understand, like, they talk about the bench stuff. You just go ahead with it and be like, but I understand you're not coming off the bench, but like, yo, change some of those. Yeah, you're not that guy. Change some of those shots and just fit in. And he did that when he went to like Houston and stuff and the Lakers and everything. And it's just like, all right, you were just a season too late. You know what I mean? If you would have started that at OKC, maybe I would have truly had something.
Yeah.
So it's like Randall, if he would have started, Randall would have changed his mentality and started playing better out here in New York, we would probably have something.
I agree. It's nothing is going to change until his mentality changes.
Exactly. So it don't matter where he go. It's over for that.
He said, let Fournier get his value up, trade him for Embiid straight up. Yeah, all right, you.
Oh yeah. I seen the laughing emojis. Okay.
Yeah, let's move on. Oh man, so this was the game that I was really looking forward to. Unfortunately, Bill was out and Draymond was out, so we didn't get to see both teams at full strength. But it was still a good matchup to me. I think that the Suns showed a lot of offensive. You know what's crazy to me? This is the freest that Devin Booker could get.
Yeah.
Because Kevin Durant takes so much attention. It's almost like Kevin Durant when he went to OKC. Whereas Steph takes so much attention that KD felt so free. Well, this is the opposite effect, where KD is taking a lot of attention and Devin Booker he had like 20 in like the first quarter, second quarter or something like that. Yeah, like 20 going into the second quarter or something like that. So this is gonna be exciting. I want to see how Bill fits into it. Because when we were talking about who's gonna be their point guard, Devin Booker looks okay.
Yeah,
he looks okay handling the point. I think that he's better suited to handle the point than Bill.
Yeah, and that's exactly how I felt when they was talking about that point guard stuff. I was like, if we seen the way Devin Booker ended last season and everything, I'm like, yo, he was playing the point guard position well.
Right.
Does he got to clean up some things? Because he still had 6 turnovers.
Yeah. But he's not a traditional point guard. So
but that's exactly so there's going to be some growing pains with that.
Right.
And it's just like, but the thing about it, when you got a Bradley Beal in there, now he could be somebody who could, handle the rock a bit and take off some of that pressure. So some of those turnovers, he might have not had the ball in his hand.
Right.
And it could have been Bill. So it's like when they come back, when Bill comes back and he plays, man, just watching that offense, I'm like, man, listen.
Yeah, it does look a little scary. But when Bill comes back, who do you take out though? Because
who do you take out?
I mean, Well, obviously, you probably take out Grayson. Grayson is gonna have to come.
That's it. That's the end of that.
Because
Okogie's in there to be your
Okogie
the
was
defender.
working, bro. Okogie was working.
Yeah,
7 for
like he just
9.
did. Yo, he does what he does. He does all the hustle
Yeah,
stuff. That's what you got him in there for. You got the other
yeah,
three to score. You just spaced the floor for us.
yep.
You got Nurkic, who's fantastic in this short roll, and then he could finish too as well. You seen with the Devin Booker draw the attention. Now when you draw that attention, when you got Beal and KD, it's nobody helping. It's just Nurkic going to the basket by himself. The only person he helping off is Okogie's man.
Yep.
So now it's wide open shots for Okogie. He just got to make them.
He just got.
He was 7 for 9, so he's making his shots.
And he made his only 3-pointer that he shot.
So it's just like, that's the thing. That's what's scary. I ain't gonna lie. Devin Booker looked crazy. And, as a Warriors fan, I was watching that like, God, man, listen.
And Clay, on the other side, Clay, you gotta. It's tough. It's tough watching Clay because I'm such a Clay fan that watching him struggle is tough to watch. Seeing him miss shots that he can make, seeing him like kind of go through the motions, and I get like everybody still got to get in rhythm, but I mean 6 for 18, 3 for 11 for the 3. Like he still finished +9. I mean, he still finished. I mean, he finished with 15.7 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block, +9, but 3 turnovers, 3 fouls, horrible shooting. I mean, it's
you're playing for contract. If he made his shots. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, yeah, that's a fact. He's playing for a contract, and we never know how them contract talks, what's going to happen, because we got other players you got to pay, and it's like this window is a little smaller than they think. But yeah, if he would have made his shots, that would have been a fantastic game. Well, you're looking at the numbers. Yeah, they would have won.
They would have won.
But it's just like at some points, man, Clay is one of those people who he gonna shoot that rock, and it's just like you come to understanding, like, damn, Clay, you're gonna shoot that rock regardless, no matter how much you're missing.
Yo, his figure stay on a square button.
No, he don't let go, like, and it's just like he want to shoot himself into the game instead of just doing everything else and just be like, all right, let's play within what's going on. So I think that's
gonna fall.
Yeah, it is eventually, but it's just like, yo, just get some better shots. Like, you know what I mean? Get some easier shots, what I mean. And then you get some easier shots, and it's just like it becomes like, all right, cool. Use your threat of shooting and getting some off-ball screening action and just really just dive to the basket. Be like, fuck it, I'm lay over my head and go to the basket. You're to the line or something.
Or you have a terrific mid-range game. Go to the mid-range. You have and it's a more high percentage shot. Get to your spot on the floor in the mid-range game. Get your game going. Get the flow. See the ball going in a couple of times. Then expand it. Now. I'm a crowd for the mid-range. Now what you could do? Pass it off. Go around the screen. Get to the 3-point line. Now you're already within rhythm.
Yeah, and the thing about it too is like you're missing Draymond. And I'm going to say that in like, that could have probably been a better thing for you, Clay, because now you actually only have one person on the floor who can't shoot. So now the lanes is a bit wider because now they got to worry about CP, who's in the Draymond role technically.
Yeah.
He's the playmaker now. So it's like, yo, but this one could shoot. So now the lane should be a little open and free, so you to put your head down against the basket, do something.
Yeah. That one. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough until Draymond gets back. But once Draymond gets back, and they start clicking, like we said, October is the preseason. They just gotta figure things out until Draymond gets back.
And like I said, that matchup ain't gonna truly be that matchup until we see it at full strength. The thing about it, when you watch that, I'm like, yo, it's so many times with Dario Saric is the guy at the 5, and I'm like, yo, you could work that in little spurts and they'll be perfectly fine. But when you gotta play it at more times because you don't have Draymond, when you got Draymond and Rudy, you can always have one of them at the 5 at all times.
At all times, yeah. Yeah,
and you could throw Dario at the 4 spot and you'll be fine.
Yeah. I agree.
And then even if he's at the 5 spot, it's only for like 3 minutes, 3-4 minutes.
Yeah, you're only getting them in there in spurts. So
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's like, yo, they was getting like I was watching that and I'm like, yo, Dario, you ain't even try to grab a rebound at some point. You had Steph Curry down there, and I don't know who else. And the thing about it, no, somebody grabbed the offensive rebound, but Dario was one of those little, like he was walking up, like run in there and go get that.
Oh, that was when Clay snagged it. Clay snagged the offensive rebound.
And I was just like, yo, what the hell? Dario, go out there and get that, bro. Like, you at the 5 spot. I understand that's not you, but it's just like, that's what you gotta be for this team.
Yeah, you sometimes you have to play outside of your normal comfort zone.
Exactly. Like I always say, even when we play 2K, like, yo, that rebound ain't all rebound until you grab that rebound. So go get that motherfucker.
Yeah, and I'll be okay with you trying and not getting it,
and not getting it,
then not trying and
they we definitely don't get it. Yeah, like,
right. And now everybody's just out of position because you didn't even try, and everybody's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just you're making it harder for everybody else on the floor. So,
now we gotta play more defense. Defense don't stop until we get the board.
Facts. Let's talk about the unicorn though. Let's talk about. I don't know. If
we don't call them the unicorn, man. They call them the alien, man. You off to a bad start already. No, I ain't see it.
I said they're doing Wemby an injustice, as well as it's a missed opportunity to not call him Slender Man.
Slender Man. What?
Have you ever seen Slender Man in the suit with the long arms and the long legs, and like that's perfect. It's perfect. They should call him Slender Man. Google it. Google Slender Man.
I'm gonna have
it's a missed opportunity. I'm telling you. I'm gonna call him that. I'm gonna start.
You talking about some sci-fi movie?
Nah, it started off as a video game. Fiction. Then they made it into a game.
Oh, damn, you can't.
Yeah,
look, is
it? Yeah, him. Or Jack Skeleton. Tall, lanky.
This is why we don't let you. This is why we don't let you do stuff like this, man.
I can't get my big names. Like, come on, man. Like,
Wemby.
How'd you feel about his debut, though?
It was expected. I ain't gonna lie. The man had like 5 fouls, bro.
Yeah,
he barely played, and then he did. You know what I mean? He got some highlight, like that dunk where he got the shit on the fast breaking foot. For some crazy reason, is it just me? But he's the tallest man on the fast break all the time.
Yeah. Like
in history, he has had the most fast breaks as a 7'3" and above person I've ever seen already. I haven't seen Porzingis on that many fast breaks as I've seen Wemby, and he's only played 1 game.
Yeah.
One official game, but the preseason, you've seen it too.
Yeah, he be out on a break, which is crazy to me. Like, I need you to grab a grab a rebound. Like, come on, man. They got him listed as a power forward, bro. I don't care. Center, power forward, small forward, shooting guard, wherever they want to put him at, position-wise, where Pop wants to make stuff shake. I don't care. Go grab it. You the tallest dude out there. You don't even got to jump.
Bro.
You got to jump. You hold somebody's head and grab the ball. Like, keep away. You know what I'm saying? Like, go get the rebound.
But like I said, we was more excited about the the matchup. Well, not the matchup, the debut.
Yeah, the debut.
Than what we was really given, because he was in foul trouble. He was fouling.
I mean, but he still played. He still played good.
He still played good. Yeah,
15 points on 6 for 9 shooting, 3 for 5 from 3. I mean, his first shot was a little step back 3. You know, I mean,
crazy stuff.
But man, it's gonna be exciting watching him. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think so too. But it's like, the thing about it, I ain't gonna lie, I think it's fantastic though, is that you had the Spurs out there competing with the Dallas Mavericks.
I mean, but honestly,
I understand what you're gonna say, but that's still Luka and Kyrie. You see what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. The way I feel,
Kyrie. I understand. I don't think I'm not high on Dallas neither.
No, but I understand what you're saying though. I mean, Spurs, they compete. They feel like like I feel like last year they didn't feel like they could win every game. Now they feel like they're going in there with the chance. So I understand where you're coming from. I mean, when you have, I mean, look at the Cavs. Cavs with the worst record before they got LeBron, and then they get LeBron, and what I think his sophomore year they go to the finals. So you have a team that's rejuvenated and feeling like, all right, well, we got our star, even though he still need to get to that level. He's here, and we could compete with him. But he has to stay out of foul trouble. He has to learn. It's different when you're coming from a league that the calls are called different. You know, fouls are going to be called different. You have to figure out how to play within that. And then on top of that, being that you're so long, you're lanky, and when you're like trying to swipe at the ball, it's gonna look like a foul because of how long you are. Pause.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna it's gonna look like a foul, you know? Like if I'm trying to dig in your pocket, but I'm like far off on you from the other side from the ref, I mean it's gonna look like a foul. So he's gonna have to learn how to adjust and figure it out. I mean, but big men typically come into the league and they get into foul trouble.
And the thing too is you gotta say about it too, because I was seeing like one of his fouls, you know, was in the post and everything, and it's just like Wemby gotta learn. I don't know, I know Pop had to say to him that you gotta do your work early, and it's like you gotta get in those post up positions early because you're 7'5", bro, or 7'4", whatever you want to say, and it's like you don't even have to do a move if you get your position early. You just turn around and put half these people ain't even going to try to stop you. I ain't even going to lie if you do your work early because they know how tall you are. And they're going to be like, well, it's pretty much a basket. I'm just not going to foul, so I don't get in foul trouble.
Right. It's going to be tough. He's already tough to defend, being that tall.
Yeah.
Putting the ball up high and the way that he shoots, it's unguardable. So at the end of the day, like you say, he has to get into his spot early, establish it early, and then go off of that. And now...
Yeah. And now the Spurs just have to... The Spurs just have to. I know they got. Did they get him? They got. Was that them? I don't think so. A playmaker though, for real. Because did they get? What's the kid's name? Who was in the Grizzlies? Who did he go to? Jones. Oh no, they got his brother, don't they?
They got Johnson, Zach Collins, Vassell, Sochan. Yeah, they got Jones. He's coming off the bench.
That's probably his brother.
Trey Jones? Yeah, it's his brother.
Yeah, no,
I think that's his younger brother.
Yeah. No, the other Jones is the one I like. He's a playmaker. Yeah, what they need is a playmaker too. Yeah.
Yeah, but
so they just a true playmaker away because other people are just.
And he still did his thing too, coming off the bench. 16 points, 5 for 7 shooting, 2 for 3 from the 3.
Yeah, they just a playmaker away too.
Yeah, they're gonna be all right. Like, yeah. I like how the Spurs are constructed, and Pop's the greatest coach in NBA history, so they're gonna figure it out.
That's because they ain't nobody give me a coaching job yet. When I get mine, man, they gonna be talking crazy.
Oh man, let's talk about the no defense out of the Wizards and Pacers, man. Have you ever seen a NBA game that looked like an All-Star game?
Man, that was a track meet. them boys put up
20, bro. That's crazy.
But when you look at both the teams, you'd be like, well, who really are we thinking about defense when we sit there and think about either one of these teams?
I mean, that is true though, because they don't have. I mean, I don't know the Pacers really, because you got Miles Turner. Okay. I mean, Obi Toppin, he's a willing defender.
Yeah, but real defenders. The only person you're gonna look at
Bruce Brown. They got Bruce Brown and Miles Turner. That's the two defenders I would say on the Pacers.
Yeah. Then when you look at Washington, they only got the rookie, and then you got to think about it. He's a rookie, so he's not. You know how much impact he's truly going to bring.
Right.
So it's just like that's just really an offensive flow, and it's just like damn. But it was nice though. I liked it. This is what the basketball about to be looking like.
It was. I want a little bit more defense though. I just a little.
Yeah, of course. But Halliburton out there getting his bat looking like the next point guard. So that's what you like to see, man.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. I think that was probably the most exciting game out of yesterday's slate. So I wasn't mad at that at all. We're just gonna talk about Sha real quick and then move on. But Sha, Shay, however you want to call it. You called it. You called it. He's in the top 10. He's in the top 10. He's in the top 10. Yeah, I had him outside the top 10. I can't. In my opinion, he was like probably like the 5th best player I've seen or at the start of the season. Out of all the games that have been played, top 5 out of everybody. Like just the way that he's playing with like it's like controlled chaos. Like he's playing out of body, but like controlled. Like it's crazy to me. I've never seen like somebody with that much like potential and skill display it, but still be controlled. Because sometimes when you have that much skill, potential, that much talent,
you look like Jordan Poole.
Yeah, thank you. It's chaotic. It's comes in spurts, leaves, comes back. There's no continuity, there's no control. Man, I'm a believer. He's top 5. He's top 5 right now. Right now, he's in my top 5.
Yeah,
right
I told you that, man. I had liked him from the Clippers, even who he got traded for Paul George. I always looked at him like, yo, this is a slashing Paul George because he's smooth. Like he just so smooth with all his movements and everything. Like he could dribble between tight spaces. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like for his size and his ability, and it's just like SGA is a monster, and I've been telling you that. And the thing that people are not realizing is like we were just saying earlier, October is like a preseason for these guys, and they really ramping it up for him. But that's the thing. No, he's not.
I think he's in midseason form right now.
That's what I was saying, because you got to think about it. He just finished playing for Canada. They just got them a little bronze. You know what I'm saying? A little bronze medal.
Yeah.
And it's just like, so for everybody else, they still just trying to ramp it up and then getting that. But these guys been playing.
And he looks
like you said, you said RJ Barrett, he was playing with him. You look at, even when you look at the Houston game, what's the other guy who was playing with him too? That Dylan
Brooks.
Yeah, he even shot well, and I was looking at that like, yo, the person who's a shot chucker actually shoot the most efficient. You like, yo,
yeah.
But you gotta think about it. All these guys,
they didn't stop playing. They didn't lose work. They was working.
So it's like these guys are ready already.
Yeah, I'm a believer. I've been a silent believer in Shea, but last night showed like he might be him. Like he might be him. Like, and you know what I like about it too? Because we look at Ja Morant, and we're like, Ja's like a shot away from really truly capitalizing on start.
Hey, watch how you talk about the shots. He might be a shot away from something else. Be careful, man. I know.
But he's there. Like he could be in that conversation. But Shea is already there. Shea already has the shot. He has great shot selection. He knows where to go on the floor. He knows when to shoot. He knows when to pass. He knows when he plays within the offense, but also plays within, his own personal system. Right. So when you have somebody like that, and that's so young, that can understand that, because he's only 24, 25, if that.
Yeah, he's still young.
That's crazy to me. That means that, like, nah, bro. That he's him. He's him. Leslie gonna love this segment, but yeah, he's him.
What you mean? Oh, Leslie SGA.
Leslie, a Clipper fan. But he never wanted to.
He never wanted to leave. Okay.
Yeah.
He is Shea sexual.
Yeah. I like.
You seen the Shea Twitter?
Nah.
Bro, you would swear he don't even play basketball. They just got pictures of him off the court. And then he just got his deal with Skim, right?
For real?
Skim is like the underwear shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Kim Kardashian.
That's who that is? Okay. You know, I don't know
Yeah.
who it is. I just know he got his underwear deal with him and shit.
That's
And
crazy.
you know, they posting the pictures, you know, the Shay sexuals out there. It's like the bronze sexuals, but for Shay, bro. And it's just like, but they are like more, you know, out there. Like they love him, his face.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I didn't know that. I know you guys sent me that. Nah, Shay is fire though. He's fire. But let's finish this episode with talking about our favorite subject, like thereof. So reports are out that Harden came back to the team after missing time. The personal reasons why he was out with the team was because his mother was sick and that he needed to be with his mother. Now the team posted about having knowing about the personal matters excused him. It was an excused absence or whatever it is. And then he tried to come back to the team and the team denied him access to travel with the team. Then he showed up on the tarmac like, hey, my bag's here. Let's fly. I'm over here, guys. And it was like,
So you ain't flying with us.
So Woj posted a tweet saying that ESPN asked the NBA about James Harden and the new player participation policy. For those who don't know, participation policy is for any televised game. Star players who was an all-star the previous season cannot sit out without a clear explanation. So NBA's spokesman Mike Bass says we're looking into the facts around James Harden's availability tonight to determine whether an appropriate availability tonight, whether an approved reason exists for his lack of participation. Now again, due to the new CBA, it does require that the Sixers do provide the league with the valid explanation for why a healthy recent All-Star isn't playing. This is just gonna get worse and worse, and worse. And I, in my opinion, I think that the Sixers are putting themselves in a bind,
bro, in a bad place. It's a horrible place, man. Because I already feel it. Like we talking about Harden, but you got to really think about Embiid.
But this isn't only on the players though. This time, you have to blame the front office, because when you take this at this face value, at what we're seeing from Woj, what we're seeing from the reports and everything, if there's no valid reason and you can't come up with the valid reason and it's not reciprocated to Harden, and you're trying to make Harden to the villain, because we've been demonizing Harden for his participation in this whole fiasco with the trade drama. This isn't on Harden. Harden came back to the team. Look, guys, I'm ready to play. I just want to go out there and play. He's probably trying to get his mind off of whatever's going on with his mother. I mean, we don't know what's going on with his mom, with the illness. We don't know how severe it is. But at the end of the day, I know, like, when I'm going through stuff, playing video games takes my mind off of what I'm going through personally. Basketball could be that therapy for him to take his mind off of what his mom is going through. Let me go play ball. Let me go be with my bros real quick. And then I'll come back to my mom after, like, I kind of relieve all this stress. Where do they go from here? Because this can't ever be amicable.
I know exactly where it should go. It should go to the trade block. That's where it should go. Like, we talking about all of this, talking about, what about his mom? What about this, that, and the third? Look, he already was giving us trouble, this, that, and the third. I could care. It could be a valid reason. It could be he just wanted to go to the club. We don't know what the hell really is going on with him because of the way his previous actions were. The whole mom sick thing. Look, I was just listening to a pod. The old heads, they be talking about all the old stuff and this, that, and the third. And one of the guy said his mom died 3 times in the same year. His whole family was dead just so he could get out of stuff. And it's just like, so your mom's is sick. It's like, yo, we're gonna believe you as much as we could, but
like you gotta
we
show
we
bro.
yeah, you came for this. You came for one practice. You took 10 days off, and now you want to play the game where all these other people was in training camp doing what they had to do, getting ready for the season. And you telling me you're gonna take this time off. I don't know if it's just how what you've been dealing with. I don't know if it's truly true. So you know what I'm gonna do as a GM? Nah, look, you know what? Truly take your time off. Don't come with the team this time.
I'd have been like, this is like math class. You gotta show me work. You gotta
you gotta show the work.
You gotta show me how you got this equation done. You know, I need to see. I mean, and not for nothing. I mean, God forbid anything. You know,
truly like that's a fact.
You know, but you still like, bro. My mom's going through something. I know I'm already going through stuff with the team just to cover my own. I know you're not feeling well, but we're gonna take this selfie real quick. I need to send this to the Sixers owner. You gotta show something. You have to. You took it to the hospital. I need a doctor to sign off on this real quick. Something. Because I don't know. All I know is you was just in Houston.
Yeah, that's a fact. Like, you're a grown ass man, and I understand. So nobody wants to sit there and be like, yo, I gotta get a paper from you to make sure this is what was going on truly. But it's just like, bro, look, I'm sick of your shit. That's what they're saying. Daryl Morey is a liar. Well, Daryl Morey is sick of your shit. And he just don't want to deal with it. Like, so it's just like, I want you to play. I don't want us to get fined. But you know what? These people worked hard. They play for their spot, and we're gonna go out there and let them play. You could probably play the next game.
Facts. It's tough, man. It's tough. I mean,
but you can't be hating outside of the club. You feel me?
You're right. Facts. Can't even get it. I mean, God forbid, like I said, God forbid anything's like, you know, monster catastrophe wrong. You know, I hope that, you know, whatever his mother's going through, I hope that she pulls out. I mean, God forbid we get a report tomorrow, let's say, and you know, and we hear the worst. I don't want to think about the worst. I want to. You know, I really hope that he's in good spirits, but at the end of the day, I really hope that that she's all right. But they gotta figure this out ASAP. They gotta figure this out. If you're gonna keep Harden away, let the league know. Move on. Put him on a block. Look, he's not available tonight because we're planning on trading him. I need him healthy for whatever team we decide to trade him to. That's a perfect excuse. Okay, move on. But don't try to make it seem like, because right now what it looks like is both of y'all the villains. Both of y'all just doing some childish, y'all being petty. Oh, so you want to do that? So I'm gonna do this, and I do this, and then you do that. No, like, let's be professional. Let's keep everything cordial, because at the end of the day, I still have to do business with this team, and you still have to go there and be a professional for that team wherever I send you to. It's tough.
Yeah,
it's tough, but I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it.
Nah,
James
not at all.
James did this. He put himself in a situation, so I'm not really all that mad. I can't be.
They both fighting fire with fire. That's all it is.
Fire with fire with no extinguisher.
No, and now the league got to pay for it. You know what I mean?
And B got to pay for
it. And B got to pay for it. The players got to pay for it. And it's just like, yo, that's what it truly sucks. And that's what he's not realizing himself too. Like, yo, you're making selfish movements, and you got to think about the other guys as well.
Nah, facts. Man, but that's our episode. Let's take us out, man.
Y'all already know the vibes, man. Like, share, sub, and all the above. Your boys are signing out, man.
All the above. Sidebar, Mario said that I said that Shea wasn't a superstar. He's not yet. I mean, he's trending there. He's gonna get there. Yeah. He's not yet. I mean, was he named to an all-star? Is he on any of the first or second all team? Like, he's getting there. He's not a superstar just yet.
But I believe he was, wasn't he? Yeah, he was on. I think he was the first team this year.
He was first team last year?
Yeah.
Still don't have him in the superstar category. He's trending. He's trending.
But technically, based on how the league says, if you're an old NBA player, man, you know what I mean?
He's getting there. He's getting there. I don't have him at superstar status. He's a star. He's a young budding star. I don't have him at superstar right now.
That's a fact.
I don't.
That's correct.
And he said that then I said that OKC got a bunch of nobodies. I mean, technically they do. I mean, none of them have made a household name for themselves. They're still trending in that direction. They're gonna get there, but let's give it time. They're still young. This is a young team. I think they're the youngest team in the league, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they wanted them.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, like let's let them. Let's not crown them. You know what I'm saying? It's still early, man. Let's get through October. I'm not arguing with nobody right now. Let's get through October. That's our episode, man. We see y'all next week, man.